Hello everyone, today I will show you how to create a palletizing sequence with KMeleon. In this video, of course it's in 3D environment, but of course it's also able to do that on real robots, and I invite you to watch the video on our website. There is a video with a palletizing sequence on the real robots. First, we need to create a new project. So we need to set up many parameters like name of the project, description. So the name here is palletizing, the description box palletizing. And now we have many parameters like robot name, robot brand, IP address and port. So for me it's a CR7, brand is Fanuc. Okay, finished. And now when we are finished to create our project, we have a window that who appears with a tag. This tag it's the checksum of the program. Okay, so now our project has been created. So now we need to set up a parameter around our project. So we have a lot of parameter. We are able to set up a tool, set up a condition, set up a robot controller with communication parameter and input and output parameter. So first, to create a palletizing sequence, we need to set up a tool. So often we use a tool from Smalls is FXCB with this geometry. Okay, we are able also to set up a tool frame, to set up inertia, load, etc. Okay, so now we had this tool. Okay, and now we can see that the tool is here. Okay, so our tool has been created. Okay, and now we need to set up the robot controller, and for that purpose we can go here in robots and we can see the name of our robot, CR7. So I click on CR7 and now we have the name and the communication parameter. So here is box for to check if the box is here, and address, and it's an input. Okay, so we can add it. Okay, so now our robot has been updated. Okay, so now we have a tool, we have a robot controller with input to check if the box is here, and now we need to create a condition here. Okay, so now in the condition we need to set up the name of the condition, and we can create an equation with robots input, PLC input, and industrial PC input, and variable which is in KMeleon. So it's a variable in KMeleon. So now I had my inputs Okay, so I need to set up the name of the input, address, the type is automatic, it is equal, not equal, etc. We need to set up the states, it is activate or not, and the operator for a second input here. Okay, so I add my condition. Okay, my condition has been created, so I check here. Okay, my condition is here. Okay, so now I'm ready to teach some position on my robots. So to teach a robot position, we need to add a robot in 3D environment, and no, it's because we have no real robots near, but of course we are able to teach position with a real robot by moving axis by axis, or with a cobot to release the brake, the motor brake. So, but here we use the 3D environment. So to set up a position, I have a lot of parameters, for example, name of point, type of point. Here it's just pick point or place point, or just a point in path. Pick points manage the tool, so pick points close the tool, and place points open the tool automatically. Of course, the position is linked with a controller. We are able to manage the frame around the position, I mean the user frame, and we are able to manage the tool, so the setting of the tool, but also the tool frame, and we are able to manage for example your own tool with with its specific geometry, specific input, output, etc. And we have a menu advanced to link a condition with the position to you know, to execute a movement when a condition is validate, and we are able to check the singularity for a specific position. But now we use this interface to set up a position. So we are in Simu, okay, we use TCP, and now we are able to, for example, okay, so it's my first position, okay, save, okay, perfect, and I take another position here, okay, so okay, the robot moved, it's my second position, okay, so now we are ready to program the palletizing sequence. Okay, now we are ready to create our palletizing sequence. So I click on palette, and now we have a menu with some parameter. The plan name, for me it's palette 1. The format of the palette, here it's Europe palette. The width of the box, for me it's 200. Okay, the length of the box, for me it's 300, and the height of the box, of the layer, so for me it's 200. And I need to set up the height of the palette. For me it's okay. And there is oops, and here there is an advanced settings, so we are able to move the center of the palette, and we are able to add manually boxes with the position X and Y, and we are able to set up space between box if the box is not very accurate in terms of dimension. Okay, so here I set up my parameter, and now I need to choose the orientation of my box. So okay, and now I am able to place my box on the scene. Okay, so I can change the orientation of my box. I am also able to reverse the next layer of the palette. Okay, so now I'm ready to save. Okay, so I save it. Okay, my palette plan has been created. So now I'm ready to program my palletizing sequence. So to program a palletizing sequence, I need to drop 2 blocks position, 2 blocks offset, a block condition, and we can see here that it's our condition but box palette, which is check if the box is here. Okay, so, and of course I need to drop a palletizing block. Okay, so now we can see here that is our palletizing sequence. Okay, so of course we are able to add more than 2 blocks, but the easiest way is to use 2 blocks position and 2 blocks offset. Okay, so I can now link the block. Okay, so now my first position is the pick position. So here the robot pick up the parts, pick up the box. But to pick up the box I need to add an offset in Z. And the position 2 is the place position. So here the robot places the box in position on the palette. So of course I need to set up also an offset with in Z. Okay, so now the robots pick here and place here, and I'm able to add more than one position before the pick or before the place. It's necessary, for example, to avoid singularity or to avoid an obstacle, but here it's an easiest way. Okay, and the condition check if the box is here before the palletizing sequence. Okay, so now we are ready to run the cycle on the robot, but we are able also to add program during the palletizing sequence. For example, if I want to pick up a batch of parts to check the quality of parts, I'm able to add a program here to pick up, for example, 5 parts on 100 parts to check the quality. And I'm able also to see if the palletizing sequence has been done or not. Okay, so now I'm ready to run this sequence on the robot. So I save my project, and after I download the project on the robot, and it's done. The sequence is done, and when my download is done, I can run the cycle here. So it's operator interface, and now I can just start or stop the cycle here. Okay, before run it on the robot, I want to do a focus on operator interface. So it's totally modular interface, so I'm able to move the blocks, I'm able to close the blocks, I'm able to open new blocks, for example. Okay, so it's totally modular. So the operator can do his own interface to manage the cycle of the robot. I can also, of course, resize the blocks, etc. So it's very interesting to create own interface for operator to manage the cycle.